Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to have you all back here again, and as usual to all my old subscribers, thank you so much, and to my new subscribers, you're so welcome. My name is Vivienne and I hope you're going to enjoy it here. We're all about luxury, fashion, beauty and lifestyle, and today I have a lovely one for you. This one was requested. It's a makeup video as it is Sunday, and can you believe we're nearly into December? So this was a requested video. A couple of people who requested it, just want to mention, was Lena Neems and Anna O'Sullivan. There were more people, but they're just a couple of people who did request this 90s makeup look. I know it's not for everybody, but hold on, don't go anywhere yet. If you know you're going to, we're all allowed out now and we're all allowed to celebrate with our families, and this makeup look is not just for those of us who want to dress up in the 90s. It is a really good party look. It's a really good festive look that I'm going to do with you today, and I hope you will enjoy it. So stay tuned for our 90s festive makeup look.
I need some love tonight, love tonight, love, love, love. I need some love tonight, love tonight, love, love, love.
I have already applied a base, and the reason I did that, I don't want the video to be too long, and also I have already done a video on how to do the full makeup look, so I just, as I said, didn't want this to be long, and I will link it up here. So I have a base on, and as usual I have used my Double Wear by Estee Lauder and also my NARS Stromboli. There are the two that I have used on my face today. I literally mixed both of them on the back of my hand and got literally the consistency and the colour that I wanted. The NARS I use is the medium 3 Stromboli, which is quite dark, and then the Ivory Nude in the 191 in the Double Wear, which is quite light. But when they're mixed together, you can get the colour that you need perfectly. Now underneath my foundation, I have used this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid, which is just beautiful. Again, just to show you a quick look for those of you who didn't see it and that are new, it is just this absolutely gorgeous, if you can just see it there, shimmery kind of, it just gives you the beautiful luminous look before you actually apply your foundation. And underneath that again, of course, I use my Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. This goes on, I use this all the time and I just love it. Now I've had this on for a little bit, so I'm just going to touch up a little bit because I was blowing my nose before I came on, so I just need to touch up a tiny bit around the nose area, as you can see here. Now I have a little bit of powder on, so don't worry about, oh god, I've got my powder on, I can't touch my makeup on. Of course you can. And I have the Inglot Loose Translucent powder here, which is like a banana colour, just a very no colour at all basically, which I will be applying because I was telling you before my video, I get very, very shiny. And for the 90s look, it was all about matte. It was all about beautiful smoky eyes, cat eyes, which I'm going to do and hopefully pull it off. By the way, I don't go out like with 90s makeup on every day, so I could make a few mistakes, but you'll have to bear with me. And a beautiful nude lip, which I will show you how to achieve. It is a really nice nude lip. Now concealer wise, I'd always put, as I said, the Estee Lauder Double Wear under my eyes, and then if you want something stronger and heavier to cover up anything, I have the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and mine is in the NC20. So there it is there, and this is your little Double Wear, and the colour of this is 1C Light Cool. I will link everything down below if you guys fancy. So I'm going to go in under my eyes with a little bit of this concealer because I only used a tiny bit earlier, and as I said, it's kind of come off now before filming because I was getting ready. So just to give yourself the brightness under the eyes and in the corners there, literally go in with this one. And if you need heavier coverage, as I said, use the MAC one, the Pro Longwear, because it is very good. This is kind of for me more of a highlighter, and actually I do bring it up here a lot of the time. Now I'm only going to put a tiny bit of highlighter today because the 90s wasn't really all about highlighters and shimmery, it was more matte, so I'm not going to put too many highlighters on today. So just dab that in just for the light, and again use your weakest finger, which is the ring finger, to pat that in, and just look up there, and the same on the other side. And we have, and bring it across, sweep it across your eye. Again, we are creating a base for the shadow we're about to put on. And it was all in the supermodel era that they used to wear this look, and it was really beautiful, I have to say. And we used to all wear it going out at the weekends, and sure, we thought we were only fabulous. Sure, we were. Now we go on with the powder. As I said, this is the translucent. The lid of it is here, and it is just the Inglot. Sorry, there's powder in it, so I can't really turn it upside down. But basically, it's the Inglot translucent powder. So again, I'm going to use a different hand, even though I'm left-handed. Now, a kitog, as we say in Ireland. That's for all my US friends and viewers out there. They're probably going, what the hell is a kitog? A kitog is basically somebody who is left-handed. Maybe you knew that already. Fun fact of the day. Now, as you can see, I am just being very generous with that powder and making sure I have no shiny areas on my face. And this is just a setting powder that is vital to hold your makeup for the rest of the day. And then I will go on with the brows. Now, the brows in the 90s were the main stage, the performer, the lead act. They really were. It was all about brows and nude big lips. Now, the brows today, as I've shown you in the last makeup video that I did, tutorial, they literally go from here kind of straight over and down. Very, very different shape to what they were in the 90s. So in the 90s, we did more of a, I'll show you now, I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills in the dark brown brow duo powder. And that's her there. And she has the two different color browns on either side. Mine are obviously very worn down. So I just dab it in with my little brow brush. Now again, your brow brush needs to be this slanted shape. Mine is Inglot and it is 17TL. So now for the brows, you really, in the 90s, it was about starting from the outside, or the middle here, to the outside. So it wasn't so much about building up down here, even though our brows were thicker obviously, and then they plucked the life out of them, didn't they? It was all about the arch, and there were way more arch. So I'm going to concentrate on the arch area, if you can just see here now, and just really arch that brow. You can see, rather than the last day when I showed you, you can see the arch in my brow now. The last day I was kind of going straight across here, and a completely different shape brow. So you dab your brush and you just feather in this area here, bringing it up. Hope you can see that now. You continue to just fill the brow in until you get your desired effect. And as you can see, it's all about the arch. See? And it's more about the top part of the brow, arching it at the corners and back down. Now, to make them more defined, you can go in with your either a little bit of foundation or your concealer, and you dab your little brush in for any kind of mistakes you may have made. You can go back in and just erase them. It's magic. There's nothing to worry about. But you see here, I just want to make that a little bit more defined. So I'm going to go back in here and literally take the edge. That's a little bit heavy. Take the edge off that. And just erase until I get the desired shape that I want. And I'm going to brush my eyebrows with the little Kiko Eyebrow Design Gel Mascara. This one is a great little one for keeping those stubborn brows in place. So you literally brush them up like that. Then we're going to move on to a little bit of bronzer and blusher. And here again, I'm going to go with my little Film Star Bronze, always a good one. And just underneath your cheeks, bring her out, don't go too far in. And the same up here. Now the difference here is the color, the difference in the color that we're going to go for. We are going to go for a nice little color in the blush, in the blusher, and just frame the face. You can always frame the face. That's, you know, really nice thing to do, particularly for photographs and stuff. So that's a little bit of bronzer on. So in the 90s, we would go with like a lovely kind of a pink shade. And this is a MAC, and it is, what is this one called? Desirous. Desirous? D-E-S-I-R-O-U-S. Desirous? Desirous? Let's go with that. Desired. And I'm just going to take my fingers on this one in the apples. And you want to get that pinched cheek look, just that really beautiful, fresh. It's all about freshness. You don't need a lot of it. or you will look like a clown. So if you can see there, just really nice flush of the cheeks, which is what we're looking for. And now I will start with the eyes. So we always need to use a base for the eyes. And today I'm going to use my beloved Instant Look in a Palette by Charlotte Tilbury. Showed you this one before. And I'm going to go with this one here. Just always go for a creamy nude. Some people go pinks. I like to go for a creamy or white nude. It is always brilliant for the base of your shadow. And the reason you want to use this is because it holds your eyeshadow in place for a lot longer than normal, which is what you want. I mean, if you're going to go out for the night, or if you're going to go to family, hopefully for Christmas, I hope we are. And happy Thanksgiving to all my US friends, actually. Today's Thursday. This video is going out on Sunday, and today's Thanksgiving in the US, so happy Thanksgiving. And I hope you all have a beautiful, peaceful, and we've a lot to be thankful for, even the year that we've had. So I hope you enjoy it. Now, there we have the base. And you would have seen that in my last video, but we always need a base. The eyes were always like a beautiful smoky cat eye in the 90s. Now you always want to leave the nude on the lid here and here. That gives the eye a pop, because as we get older as well, and I know there's younger girls watching my videos, hi girls, as we get older the eye starts to droop a little bit, so you don't want to put too much heaviness inside here. You just want it all here and from there out. So I'm going to go in, what great colors, you start off with a base of like aubergines, browns, greys, and I've got this little Christian Dior palette. I actually have it for years. 5 colors, it's called just an eyeshadow palette. I actually think it came free with something that I bought, but if you can just see the colors that are in it, it's the browns and the aubergines and the grey there in the middle, and it just has a lovely, so I'm going to start with like the little kind of, it's almost like this one here, so it's like a browny purpley almost. That's a really good one for blue eyes again, and to be honest, that colour can be worn beautifully on any colour eye. So as you can see, as usual, I'm going into the crease and following, blending in that aubergine browny colour. And I will find links for you guys on colours that are similar to the ones I have here, because to be honest, any of those kind of colours, it doesn't have to be a specific one that I show you, but I will add a few links for you, just because I know it helps out, and you like to be able to just go, look, just show me and make it easy. Don't ever underestimate the blending, so always bring it out as you're blending. Out and up, as I told you in the last video. And the same on this one. And in this video, I will be putting some lashes on. So we'll see how that's gonna go live, putting lashes on. I don't do that every day either. I used to, but I don't anymore. I'm gonna go back in with this darker purple, if you can see. I've just used this one, right? This one here. And now I'm going to use the darker purple beside. I'll just show you the two of them there up close so you can see. So I'm going to use this one, okay? Now, so the purples and the greys, they just really give warmth. And again, I'm building it in the outer corners and bring it in towards your nose, like so. See the way it's just darker, obviously, in building it than this one. So that is the difference, and the effect that you're going to get on this is just, you'll just see now my eyes, particularly with this colour, they really pop. Not too much down, because obviously that's going to bring everything down, but if you just bring it like across even, you can see that, and it just creates that lovely line and definition in your eye. Just actually, if you can just see there, I'm also coming in a little, just in a little on the eye, on the edge of the eye, not too far in. And again, bringing it out, leaving the inside a kind of creamy color, and the same on this side. But yes, this time of the year, of course, you can go a bit darker. And these colors will go with anything. Really, they will. Like some people are like, oh, I want to match it to my outfit. It doesn't need to match to your outfit. Just go with grays, neutrals, earthy kind of tones, and they will go with everything. So this is what we're getting. Now, last but not least, I'm going to go in with gray. And we will This time switch to a different little palette. That grey and that one is a bit light. So I have a different palette here. It's the same. It's Christian Dior again. That's the little size of it, a tiny little thing. I'm sure you guys and girls, ladies, have got this lots of times with free mascara, whatever. Free with mascara, I should say. Mascara's not free. And these are the greys that are in this one. And I'm going to go with the darker grey this time. The darker grey being this colour. And I might use a tiny, tiny touch of the black, but be very careful with black. It can be disastrous. So we don't want to look like we got punched in the eye either. So literally just that's the dark grey going in on top. Another dark grey, and I keep blowing the brush so that I don't get too much fall down. You're going to get a bit of fall down under here, but I just don't want to get too much, obviously. Quite a heavy look for daytime. I have to collect my dog from the groomers in a while. She's going to go, Vivienne, where are you going? Are you dressing up for the groomers? People think I'm mental. I'm going to go, people think I'm mad. Literally, they're like, right, okay, you've lost it. You're going around with a 90s makeup look. Then we are going to go back into this area here because I want to make sure that is nice and light. See this lovely little banana colour? You can get a cream colour, white, any kind of base colour. You can ask them when you go in. This one is eyeshadow number 18, Fard à Paupières from Giorgio Armani. That one's kind of a banana colour again. These banana kind of colours, they're great because they're so neutral and they're basically, I won't say colourless, I mean they're warm, but if you can see there, it's just giving that kind of pop of warmth, but yet neutral enough. So you just want to make sure that that part of the eye is nice and bright after doing all your darkness and shading. And then don't forget to do your highlight just underneath your brows as well. Put a little bit of highlighter, and I've actually used shadow this time, and again it's the same one I've used as before in the Charlotte Tilbury. Any cream, any light colours will do for under here. Now I'm going to go back in with a tiny bit of black in the corners just to make that more defined and to bring out the edges. Now you literally, as you can see, the little tiny bit I'm putting on there. I just said, you know what, I'd love to get an assistant because these YouTube videos are hard. And we're going to blend that in. Really, ladies and gents, if you know, you should really try this over Christmas. And just, I mean, we have the time. Why not? Arrive down to your friends or families, whoever hopefully you're going to over the holidays, and hopefully you have somebody to go to. And just kind of go, yeah, I was playing. And this mad one from Ireland was showing me how to do my makeup, and she's like... Now we are going to go underneath the eye and we are going to build it again. And I'm going to use this time my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette, Instant Eye palette, and I'm going to build it again with like an aubergine, the date here, the date colour, if you can see it. And the purpley beside it, the aubergine beside it. Where are they? Here, these two. I'm going to start with these two and I'm going to build it. You'd never want to go in, you know, too heavy at the start. If you do, obviously it's very hard to remove it. It's much easier to add than to remove. So you can see the change and the difference that makes under your eye. And also we are going to be lining the inner, my inner eyelids there, and that is very important. And on the upper lid on the inside was something we used to always do as well. It really makes the eyes pop. So as you can see, I'm just winging that out and up from underneath. And again. And as I said, the aubergine really, really is a beautiful, beautiful colour. Well, for this time of year, it's gorgeous and it's lovely on anyone. Again, I've used the same grey in the little Christian Dior pot. The darker grey is the one I've gone for, which is this one, and then the other one is obviously black. So this is the one I'm using here. You can see that. And wing it up and out again. And then, as I said, you can use a gel liner if you like. I will show you that in a second, or just a black pencil to do this kind of cat look. Now I'm not going to use that tiny mirror because that's not going to work. So literally, as you can see, and just going above the eye and bringing it all the way across, and the same underneath. And then continue just to bring it up and out there. Same on the other side, and the same on this side, and you bring her in. Now we are going to go in with the magicness. The pencil. Mine is just a kohl pencil from MAC, black, A21. You can get these anywhere. And if you're squeamish, don't look, but I go on the inside of my eyelid. Just on the inside. If you can see. This is going to give us the real, if you can see the difference between my two eyes at the moment already. And then you go back in on the other side. That is the effect on the under bottom lid on the inside. And on the inside upper lid, you do the same. Some people are going to go, there is no way I'm doing that on my upper lid. Believe me, it's not that hard. See the difference? And I'm going to do the same here. Can you see the upper inner area is lined, and that is what gives you the beautiful, well, one of the elements that gives you the beautiful cat eye look. And then I bring the black on the bottom and on the top right into the corner of my eye, and then you clean out that later, obviously. So now we're at this level, and then I go back in again with our kohl pencil. Again, some people like to use, this is the Kiko Milano, and this is more of the marker kind of liner, and some people like to use that. It's whatever you like to use. Some people like to use the little gel pots. I have one of those as well in the MAC, and you dip your brush in and you make sure to spray this with water or sponge and just wet it, and you can use that. Today I am just going to use the pencil because it's really easy. And now I'm going to go back the top, and just to throw out my lashes, go and draw a line all along the top there. There's a little hair, get away. We're going to go all the way over. Hello. And then the same this side. We're getting a cat eye look now. And now when I go back in with my mascara, that's what's really going to throw them out, and I'm going to put a few lashes on. So I'm going to pop on, just for an extra little bit of pop now that I'm looking at it. Just got my little concealer here, my Estee Lauder one. And I'm just going to pop a little there, dot. See? Dot. That's always a little good idea now if you want to pop it a little bit more. And get your little ring finger. Now, last but not least, we're going to go with the lashes. I will link the Tweezerman and other ones I have found online that I would recommend. Shiseido, MAC and Tweezerman would be my favourites. Mascara. I am looking for mascara. Looking for mascara. See, I need an assistant. It's old age. What can I do? I need help. So my Dior Show, the iconic overcurl, as I told you before, is the one I always use. Just love that brush. That is the shape I love. It's the shape of your actual lash, and it just curls them beautifully. So catch the lashes on the top layer, as I've told you in my last video, because you have a lot of little hairs on the top lash, as well as you can see I've got a bit of mascara up there. Don't worry, let that dry in. We will sort that out in a while. That's completely normal. We are going to let that dry in, and then I will go back to the lashes, and then I'm going to go on to the lips now, show you that. Now, first of all, I always tell you to make sure your lips are moisturized, because it will be ready and prepared for what's to come. Today I'm using a Glossier rosebalm.com, and it is a nice little moisturizer for your lips. Lovely. I actually robbed this one on Katie. I rob a lot of her stuff and she robs a lot of mine. And that's just the way mothers and daughters roll. It can be very handy, and then it can be very annoying. It depends. Now, I would usually use lips spice liner for this look, but I've lost it. So I'm not using that today. I'm going to use my lip cheat by Charlotte Tilbury in the Bond Girl. I showed you this one before, so she has come in handy since I have lost my spice lip liner that I will be getting again from MAC because I just love it. So we're going to line a little underneath the lip and take it out to the side, underneath, and then you're going to do the top. Just overline it because it's gonna look really nice overlined when you do the nude. Now, what I would do here, because we like a nude lip in the 90s, and it's very sexy and it's very pouty and just beautiful. So, but I would not put a lipstick inside, well, not an actual lipstick at the moment. What I do is generally bring the lip liner in and just, if you can see what I'm doing, stroking it in towards, just literally like that, center. And this is going to blend, because the lips in the 90s were matte. They were not glossy. So that's what we have at the moment. And then I'll get my concealer, my lip brush, and to have that lovely light colour effect, and it's kind of almost chalky. And I'd add in some concealer. See, the inside of the lip is lighter than the outside. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to put on some powder, loose powder, basically the Inglot again. Loose powder, take a little dip. See, just a little. Dab it on your hand, gets the excess off, and then sweep. This is a great one for keeping your lipstick on for ages. Not unless you're going to be doing loads of snogging. Now come on, there's only so much we can do there, but you know, if you're not doing loads of snogging, this will keep your lips. So lucky you if you are going to be doing loads of snogging. Now, where is my lip liner? Right, it's Christmas. There'll be lots of mistletoe and reason for snogging, won't there? So here we go. Now we line again. And makeup is all illusion. It's great. The poor guys, I mean, they go to bed at one person and they wake up with somebody totally different. Right, I'm joking. Okay, here we go. So we have I have a pretty just nude vanilla lip gloss here. Any nude, like even a completely clear lip gloss would do the job here. This is just to give that little moisturized look. See? That's what you're getting. Beautiful nude lips, and as I said, nice big juicy lips. Lovely. Now, the eyes should be dried in at this point, as in the mascara. So I am going to remove any little they're not even mistakes. You can't help you just can't help it, because when you have long eyelashes, or just eyelashes in general, they're going to touch off your lids when you're doing your makeup. So just don't worry about it. Leave it all dry in, and then go back in with your little Q-tip and remove all the little unnecessaries. And underneath the eyes are a little tiny bit, we have a little bit of drop down, so we're going to take a brush and our concealer, and we're just going to fix that. And everything is no bother. See? Because some people like to do the eyes first. I remember that with some makeup artists actually. They'd do the eyes first and then they would go back in and do the mascara. I always thought that was weird, but like, it makes sense. I mean, you're not going to have any drop down for sure that way, but I always like the base there before you apply your eyeshadow and things. But look, it's each to their own. It's whatever works for you. Actually, if you have any, you know, tips or hints that work for you, let us all know. Let's share in the comment section, ladies and gents. This channel is all about sharing and commenting and liking. And don't forget, when you're subscribing, please do subscribe, because I have lots and lots of really good videos coming up for you. Hit the notifications bell, because then you won't miss any of the videos, particularly over Christmas and that. So not just the subscribe button, but that little bell beside it, give that a hit as well. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And so see that now, look. See, all the fall down is completely gone. And it just looks perfect. And now we are going to do the few lashes. So I'm going to use, I just get these separate ones. I think these ones are MAC. You can get them anywhere. Just see those individual ones. I'm just going to apply a few of those. We've got the glue, and we've got, this is the duo glue. It's quite good, and little tweezers. So I place a little bit of the glue on my hand. A little glob of it there, and then grab a lash with your tweezers. And this is a real The more you practice this one, the better, ladies. Again, this was one I was excellent at back in the day. Now I don't know if you can see, putting it on the outer edge. And just dabbing her in. Again, you're going to see white because that's the glue. Now, can you see that lash? I wish I was going somewhere. God, wouldn't I be looking lovely? I'd be going somewhere. I've all my makeup done. I've nowhere to go. Well, the groomers. We're going to the groomers, Viv. We're going to have a great time. The dogs will love you. Just layer them on top, lay them on top, and then press them in. And yes, it's white. Don't worry about that. I will be fixing that, but just a lovely winged look at the end is what I was really going for there. And the same then on the other side. I'm only going to put on 2, but just to give you the effect. Now you could keep going. As you can see, I have 2 on. I'm not going to keep going, or we could be here till Christmas literally. But I've got the lashes on and I'm going to fix the black in a second. I'm going to let all that dry just for a minute, or else I'll be just pulling the lashes off again. And there we have our lovely 90s supermodel, back in the day model makeup look. Give the hair a shake out, and then they would have the hair big and curly and bouncy as well. Today I just went with the straight look, so forgive me for that, but I hope you like this eyeshadow look. And I just want to finish off there now with a tiny bit of mascara to cover those little white dots, and you are good to go. I am going to have to find somewhere nice to go. You can go back in with your gel pen as well to just cover in those little white spots as well on top. Look. Here we go. We have our lashes on, and oh my God, I haven't done this look for a while. So I've enjoyed doing that, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. And that is your beautiful 90s makeup look, and also a festive look for this Christmas. And I hope we all get to go out and try this out. I really hope you do try it out. If you do, let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe and hit that notifications bell, and give us a little like. Give us a little Christmas like. And you've been so kind. And until the next time, and more requests that you have, just send them on in, because I just love giving you what you actually want. So this is the result. These are the eyes, lovely smoky eyes, and the liner and the lashes, and I hope you enjoy it. So until next time, be kind, be safe, be compassionate. Love you lots. Mwah.